For BamaCentral.com, my name is Clay Miller, and this is The Extra Point. Today, I'm joined by Bama Central's Christopher Walsh, and we're going to be discussing some of the coaching changes that have been happening for Alabama football. There have been many over the offseason, but just recently they announced that they will be hiring Eric Wolford as their new offensive line coach, replacing Doug Marrone. So, Christopher, I just want to ask, what do you think about the hire replacing Marrone and what Wolford's going to do for the team?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, and obviously Nick Saban knew that this is a possibility, and he'd been kind of quietly behind the scenes working this. And this is one of those situations. I think every once in a while you kind of see an opponent where there's something that kind of impresses Saban, and I think this might be one of those instances. And it's not so much from Eric Wolford at Kentucky, where he was at only a year. I remember a couple of years ago they played at South Carolina, and Alabama walked away, pretty impressed with a few things with the Gamecocks. And also there's obviously the Will Muschamp connection. So, the football, the coaching world, it really is a fraternity. So he has a really good reputation. He's obviously an up and comer in the coaching ranks. And this is someone that Saban has targeted. So, all indications are pretty favorable on this one.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing about Alabama football is that they've gotten really used to replacing coaches during the offseason. And especially now there's rumors circulating with all of the NFL coaching hires that potentially Bill O'Brien could be leaving to maybe become an offensive coordinator in the NFL. So just with all these rumors, what is your opinion on what's going to happen with Bill O'Brien going forward? And will there be more coaching changes for Alabama?
Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised if he was still with the team for next season, just because this is a guy who has been a head coach at the NFL level. Obviously, Doug Marrone as well. But the opening at New England, it just kind of seems like a bit of a no-brainer. And again, this is one of those things that Saban has been very aware of. So I'm sure that if he has to have a replacement, it'll be happen pretty quickly. But this will be the fourth coach that's going to be replaced on the staff should Bill O'Brien leave. And, you don't like to see a whole lot of turnover when it comes to the assistant coaches. Granted, like you said, Alabama's a little bit used to it, but this is a very veteran team that's going to be coming back next year. And there's going to be, a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but the expectation is going to be that this team is probably going to be number one in the preseason polls, make a run at the national championship. You don't want to see too much more turnover moving forward.
I think so. You're exactly right. And unfortunately, Saban's had to get used to that. So once again, we have a new offensive line coach in Tuscaloosa with Eric Wolford and potentially Bill O'Brien on the move as offensive coordinator. Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher, for joining me today. Once again, for BamaCentral.com, my name is Clay Miller, and this has been The Extra Point.